how to stand out in life and business, and the right way to do work life balance. In this video, Simon Sinek talks about when the more you make an effort to stand out, the less genuine you will come across.
It's akin to how do we be more authentic, you know?
Yeah.
And the way so many companies tackle that is they go and do market research, right? We go and do focus groups to find out how we can differentiate ourselves, which I think is funny, which is the same thing as asking your friends sort of, how should I talk to you and how should I dress so that you'll like me more? And your friends are gonna look at you and be like, what? You're like, how do you want me to talk to you and how do you want me to dress so that you'll like me more? Because I care. And your friends are gonna be like, I don't know, just be yourself, right? And this is what companies do. They go get outside advice to how to be themselves, how they should present themselves to the outside world. The way you differentiate yourself is you are yourself. It sounds silly, but it's true, which is you know what your vision is and your cause is, you know what you stand for, you know what your culture is, which means you know what your values are, just like a person, right? And you work hard imperfectly, because like a person, we're imperfect and messy, and you work hard to do things that represent what you stand for and operate in a way that represent your values. And what starts to happen is you start to stand out because you're consistent. And people start to be able to say, I know what you stand for. And you start to become predictable. And you're either very attractive to some people who believe what you believe, or people don't like you because they don't believe what you believe. Both of those things are good. And then there's always people in the middle who just want to do business with you because the transaction is good and the price happens to be right, the product happens to meet a certain specs. I'll do business with you. But it's the ones who believe what you believe. It's the loyal ones that make a company stand out and do more to spread the good word of your organization than you could ever do with advertising. And so the irony is live true to your values. Make decisions consistent with what you stand for, which is seen by employees as well as customers, by the way. People who believe what you believe want to work there and want to be loyal to the company because working here says something about who I am. If I say I work for Apple, you actually know something about me, even though you know nothing about me.
So I am uncomfortable with this concept of work-life balance because balance is achieved with two opposing forces. And why should work and life be in opposition, right? And I don't think if you don't have work-life balance, if you're struggling to find work-life balance, no amount of yoga will fix that, right? Taking off an extra week of vacation, and by the way, vacation means you're not working on the beach. That's just telecommuting from a beach. But I believe in that you're able to build a life where work and personal life become, I don't want to say interchangeable, but smooth. And what I mean by that is they're not necessarily confined by hours in a day, but rather where I choose to give effort. So for example, if it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, technically part of the workday, and you're hankering for a run because it's a day like this, you go for a run. Like that's, and one of the mistakes that I've made was treating things that are important to my mind, my body, my spirit, as something that I'm only supposed to do off hours or on weekends. But just like I can't decide when I have an idea, sometimes it's on Saturday and sometimes it's in the evening, I also can't decide when I need a break. Sometimes it's something I feel, not something I plan for. And so we've gotten really good. It's imperfect, sometimes responsibility takes precedence, but we've gotten really good in our little company that if somebody wants to take an afternoon to be with their kids, they put in their calendar with my kids. A long time ago, I used to have, when I had a different form of a business before all of this stuff, we used to have things called duvet days, which I can't remember, we had like 5 duvet days a year or something. And a duvet day was, you wake up in the morning, you just don't want to come to work. You're totally healthy, or it's a beautiful day and I just would rather go to the beach. So you'd call up and leave a message at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, be like, hey, I'm taking a duvet day, I'll see you tomorrow. And no one would bother you, right? And people were like, that's amazing that you do that, Simon. I'm like, people are doing that anyway. It's called, hey, I think I have a 24-hour bug. I'm not going to be at work today. And they go to the beach. So just call it out.
According to Simon Sinek, in order to stand out in life and business, we should concentrate on our abilities and crystallize our mission. He makes the following salient points. Learn about your strengths. Finding your individual abilities and talents is crucial if you want to distinguish out in life and business. This entails determining your inherent skills, interests, and passions. You may concentrate on maximizing your strengths after you have a clear knowledge of what they are. Create a strong sense of purpose. It's critical to have a clear sense of purpose if you want to stand out in life and business. Understanding your why, the reason you act the way you do, is necessary. Your judgments and action can be guided by your purpose when it is apparent to you what is it that you are trying to accomplish. Put relationships first. Sinek emphasizes the value of developing solid relationships in both personal and professional contexts. He contends that success depends on developing solid relationships because it enables us to work together and accomplish more than we could on our alone. Don't fake it. Being genuine and true to oneself is essential if you want to stand out in life and business. This is refraining from surrendering your ideas or views in order to blend in or win over others. When you are genuine, you earn people's trust and develop a powerful personal brand. Do something. Finally, it's critical to act if you want to stand out in life and business. Sinek contends that the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is one of action. You show your dedication and commitment to your aims by acting. Sinek suggests several concrete tactics for standing out in life and business in addition to these important concepts. Narrate your story. According to Sinek, it's crucial to share your narrative if you want to stand out in both life and business. Your uniqueness and ability to stand out from the crowd are a result of your story. Sharing your experience with others helps you build stronger bonds with them and fosters empathy and understanding. Build value. It's crucial to add value for your clients or consumers if you want to differentiate yourself in business. By exceeding their expectations and meeting their requirements, you are going above and beyond. You develop a solid reputation and position yourself as a leader in your industry by adding value. Distinguish yourself. Sinek contends that in order to stand out in a crowded market, you must set yourself out from your rivals. This is figuring out what makes you unique and emphasizing those distinctions in your branding and marketing. Create a robust network. Success in life and business depends on developing a strong network. According to Sinek, you should concentrate on establishing sincere connections with individuals and providing value to them if you want to develop a powerful network. In conclusion, it's critical to concentrate on your strengths, establish a clear sense of purpose, form strong relationships, be real, and take actions in order to stand out in life and business. You may set yourself apart and become a leader in your field by adhering to these guidelines and putting concrete plans into action. Ironically, the more you make an effort to stand out, the less genuine you will come across. In the end, others who share your beliefs will be drawn to you if you remain true to your principles, your cause, and your vision. When it comes to establishing boundaries between business and personal life, we need to start believing in individuals. Instead of working against one another, the two ought to cooperate for the benefit of the person. Simon Sinek has written extensively on a range of subjects pertaining of both personal and professional success. We shall examine his perspective on work-life balance and appropriate methods for achieving it in this essay. Sinek thinks that the phrase work-life balance is a misnomer first and foremost. He contends that because job and personal life are not equal or interchangeable, it is impossible to strike the ideal balance between the two. Instead, he advises that we should aim for work-life integration, which entails figuring out how to make both of these elements of our lives operate in conjunction with and for the benefit of one another. Sinek believes that having a strong sense of purpose and priorities is one of the keys to establishing work-life integration. Knowing our priorities enables us to make choices that are consistent with them and avoid them being diverted by conflicting demands or diversions. To do this, we must take the time to consider our values, develop goals that are consistent with those values, and periodically assess our progress. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. For more videos, like and please